November favourites. Once again, having one of those moments where my life is flashing before my eyes, but it's okay because we're approaching the month of pigs in blankets and Christmas trees and fairy lights, so I'm so totally okay with that. Today we are doing November favourites. Before I get started with my favourites, just a very quick announcement to say that if you are based in London, I am actually going to be doing a meetup in December, which is so exciting. I'm going to be doing it with Kiehls and my lovely friend Alex from I Covet Thee. She has an awesome YouTube channel as well, so I will link her in the description box. So that will be on the 9th of December. And I will leave all of the information in the description box below, but basically there are going to be 100 people who can attend, and you can enter to win a place by retweeting a tweet, and I will put the link to that tweet in the description box, and that will all be on my Twitter by the time this video goes live. So go and retweet that, and then Kiehls are going to pick 100 people that can come along on the night, and we will kind of be doing a Q&A. There will be food and drink and yummy things and good skincare. But now onto the favourites. I'm gonna get started with style this time round, just because I have one thing. I haven't really given too much thought to the whole style thing this month. I've loved a lot of coats, which I've kind of talked about in various videos and shown in hauls, but I haven't shown this favourite yet, so I thought I would show it to you today. And this is a jumper. It's quite a lightweight jumper from Brandy Melville. It's a beautiful kind of burnt orange colour, and I just absolutely love it. It's so wintry and autumnal, and yeah. It's very snuggly and keeps me super warm, so I've been really enjoying wearing this recently. It really needs to go in the wash, but I thought I'd film in it a few more times first. Why do you guys watch me? Isn't this just delightful? I'm pretty sure I exhausted most of my TV favourites last month. I kind of went through pretty much all of them, but this month I've also started watching The Good Wife again. Didn't realise that season 6 or season 7 was back around. So happy about that. Started watching that again. It is so good. So those are my kind of random favourites out of the way. I've really struggled with favourites this month. There's just so many things that I have been absolutely loving. So yeah, just loved a lot of stuff, and those are the kind of top picks from the non-beauty section. But the beauty section, oh my god, there are so many beauty things that I've been loving this month, and I tried to whittle this down as much as I could. So first things first, this is the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. I think this is their holiday palette, I can't remember what it's called, but it basically has 3 gorgeous highlighters in this, and the reason I love this so much is that although you can use them as highlighters and all of that jazz, you can also use them as eyeshadows because they are so gorgeously pigmented, and I have basically been using these all over my face to kind of highlight in various different areas. Jaclyn has a really great video on how you can use all of them kind of on your cheeks to highlight. But I've also been using them as eyeshadows as well. There will be a video coming up on that very soon, I think the first weekend of December, because this is just my ultimate favourite beauty product at the moment. It is so gorgeous, and I just love this end shade. This on my eyes is just perfect shimmery burgundy burnt readiness. I just absolutely love it. I was very lucky and managed to pick some of these up before the Black Friday sales, when I'm pretty sure all of them went, or that's what I've heard around the internet anyway, but I will try and link this if I can, and I hope you can get your hands on it because it is seriously awesome. Going from there, I don't know which one to start with. I have something that's perfectly bronzy and something that's perfectly highlighty. Where do I go from here? This is a more recent discovery, which I have totally fallen like head over heels in love with. This is the Topshop Mother of Pearl highlighter, which if you like a natural highlight, this is so not for you. It is super glittery, but this is just the most gorgeous highlighter. I am amazed by this. It's definitely not for everyday wear, but for nights out, this is just going to be my go-to. It's kind of a gold, but it's got a purpley bronzy lilac running through it. It is the most insanely gorgeous colour I have ever used. Next I'm going to talk eyeshadows, and the one I've been most obsessed with this month has been the YSL Full Metal Shadow, and this is beautiful. It's kind of like a cool toned coppery shade. It's got a bit of gold in it, it's got a bit of kind of like the burnt coppery colour. It is absolutely gorgeous. You need like 1 drop because it is so pigmented, so for a light wash you need like the tiniest dab, but you can build it up to just kind of a full-on metallic copper eyelid. I actually have it on as a base for my eyeshadow today, and I am just absolutely obsessed with this. It's so long wearing and so pigmented and just gives the most beautiful finish. I love this so much. It is just awesome. I cannot rave about this enough. Next, I have two mascaras, and one you will have seen in a video already because I did some work with Max Factor, but I seriously love this mascara. I love the Max Factor Full Slash Effect mascaras anyway. My love for them actually predates YouTube. I have just always used them, and the new Velvet Volume one is great because it's kind of a lot softer when you apply it, so your eyelashes don't go crispy, which is amazing for me, and I've been loving recently for the one reason that sometimes I like to add false eyelashes once I've done all my makeup. Sometimes I don't know if I need them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you're going out in the evening, you kind of don't know if you're going to wear false eyelashes, and I hate the fact that sometimes if I use a mascara it goes too hard and crispy and then I can't really apply my lashes over the top of them. It just doesn't work, but with this I can, and you know, I just love these mascaras anyway, but I particularly like this one. It's also super black, which is awesome because I hate getting kind of like a really watery black mascara. So I've been loving that one this month. It's a real goodie. And then I've also been loving the NARS Audacious mascara, and this is not one that initially caught my eye, but I gave it a shot and I've really been liking it. It has a brush that grabs lots of random strands of eyelashes and kind of gives you lots of different lengths, so it gives you this real kind of natural fluttery look. My favourite way to use this is to use another mascara before and after, just to give a little bit of added separation, because I personally just like a really nice set of fanned out eyelashes. This is like nothing else I own, but I would definitely recommend you give it a shot if you kind of like big bold lashes like I do. It's also super black as well, and it's kind of hard to get off. My final makeup favourite is actually a bit of a throwback to last year. This is the NARS Satin Lip Pencil in the shade Mandor. It's pretty much an oxblood red and I just absolutely love it. I'm not the biggest fan of matte lip pencils just because after prolonged wear they do seriously dry my lips out, so a satin one kind of dries to matte after kind of like half an hour or so, and it just works perfectly. It totally mattes down and stays for hours, and this is just one of my all-time favourite lip products, and it's so perfect for the kind of autumn winter seasons. And if you want to see this in a full look, then keep an eye out because there is a tutorial coming your way soon. I'm going to quickly talk about a fragrance now before I move on to the vast amount of skincare that I seem to have been loving this month, and that fragrance is the Elizabeth Arden Always Red perfume, and I was really not expecting to love this. I kind of thought that it would just smell a bit kind of too mature for me and not sweet enough for my tastes, but this actually smells a lot like some of the Lush products, which is what has obviously drawn me in. I would definitely say that it is a more Marmite scent. Some people might smell this and be like, oh my god, that is horrible, but I personally really love it because it reminds me of Lush. I just love the smell of so many of their products and I love wearing this. I also saw yesterday that they do a ginormous bottle of this, which I may need in my life. I can see this one being used up pretty quickly. Okay, now we are moving on to skincare, and the first thing I wanted to talk about is the Kiehls Creme de Corps Body Moisturiser. During the summer I tend to kind of moisturise my body using an oil every kind of once a week. My body doesn't need a lot of extra moisture really, but during the winter it does kind of need a tiny bit more, so I've been using this one kind of on a daily / every other daily basis, and it's nice to have a moisturiser that's not super heavy, so I can just pop this on before I get dressed and I don't have to worry about feeling sticky at all, and this just gives a really lovely kind of sheen to your limbs. It looks so gorgeous, and apparently this is what the Victoria's Secret models, or some of them, use when they're getting ready for the catwalk shows to make themselves look all nice and glowy before they go on the runway, and I am totally okay with pretending that that is me too. My foot is going dead. Oh my god. I've currently lost the feeling in my foot because I'm sitting on it, so I'm going to get through these last three in a reasonably speedy fashion. Prepare yourselves. I have two products from Oskia that I have been absolutely obsessed with this month. I originally had to kind of sample tubs of each of these from a facial that I had. I think it was at the One Aldwych Hotel in their spa. They have facials available and they use Oskia products, and I had a 75-minute facial from them and they used all the Oskia products on me, and it was the most incredible facial I have ever had. I will try and like link some info for it in the description box below. But it was awesome. I used up all my samples and I'm so obsessed with these two that I had to go out and purchase them for myself because they are just good skin in 2 tubs. The first one is the Oskia Micro Exfoliating Balm. It's not too harsh on my skin and just gives the nicest exfoliation. I am just absolutely in love with this. And then the next product that I've been loving from Oskia is their Renaissance Mask, and you guys know I love their Renaissance Cleansing Gel. It is awesome. And this is basically like the Oskia cleanser but in mask form, so it really brightens your skin and kind of plumps it and makes it look really happy and just like a really good skin day, and it's just an absolute joy to use. It smells gorgeous, it feels amazing on your skin, and the next day my skin just looks absolutely amazing and so even. If I'm looking for a real good skin day, I will use the 2 of these together, which is what they did in my facial, and my skin has never looked so good than when I used these 2 together. So I kind of use the 2 of them together once a week at most. I try not to overdo it too much, but I have just absolutely been loving these. These are my 2 new staples to my skincare routine. And my final favourite is an eye cream. I used to talk about this a lot, kind of maybe a year and a half ago now, maybe 2 years ago. It's the Kiehls Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado, and this is their kind of ginormous tub. They do a smaller one. I think the smaller one is around £20 and this is around 30 or something. But the fact that they're my favourite eye cream in the world and you need the tiniest amount of them, I genuinely think they're such good value for money, and they just make my under eye area look so happy and not dry or tired or puffy, and I just absolutely love this. It's so soothing and just feels amazing on my skin. And those are my favourites. I can now move my foot as a reward for getting through those. And that is it for my favourites. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this and you have all had a lovely month, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!